What's up guys, this is Rise and welcome to a special video. I go on a 12-0 win streak, some epic battles, some high IQ plays, some epic wins. This was actually in a tournament. It's a draft tournament. It's tons of fun. Basically, if you're not familiar with the draft style, it's like fantasy football. If you guys play that, where you pick a team, you have 6 rounds, and every round you draft, and once a Pokemon is selected, that Pokemon cannot be taken again. So 60 unique Pokemon in this tournament. I go on a 12-0 run. I'm going to shoutcast over these battles that are a lot of fun. This video took a lot of extra effort to make, and it also tends to not get as many views because people are more interested in GBL. But I love this type of content because I think it's unique, and it actually takes, I think, more skill to pick a team and win with it over the course of a tournament than kind of just going into blind random battles. So I actually prefer these draft style tournaments as my favorite kind of battles. So without further ado, let's get into the footage. This is the team that I was able to draft. Azumarill, Abomasnow, Machamp, Berserker, and Defense Form Deoxys, as well as a Shadow Golbat. I picked Shadow Golbat as my flyer, but spoiler alert, I don't use Shadow Golbat the entire tournament. So he's kind of just there. But we're going up in the first round against Pete. We're leading Shadow Machamp, and we have a favorable lead against the Stunfisk. I've got everyone's teams posted so you guys know what they're running for. I knew Machamp had a great matchup against Sandshrew, Dugong, Bastiodon, and Stunfisk, so I thought it'd be a pretty safe lead. The only thing it really needs to look out for is Pelipper. Even Ludicolo, it beats. Ludicolo comes in. I don't have like a hard answer for it, so I decided to chip it away with this Cross Chop, and then I switch into my Berserker. Berserker will resist the Ice Beam and the Energy Ball, so it's a pretty good matchup for Berserker here. Energy Ball still hurts. It's a hard-hitting move, and Berserker is not the tankiest. Going for this foul play. This should be enough to take out the Ludicolo if it lands. It does land. He's out of shields, of course it lands. So I'm up 2 shields, and I still have my Azu in the back. I'm in a good position. I get to this close combat. Berserker is putting in work. This close combat is going to KO the Stunfisk, and then Pelipper in the back. Pelipper beats both of my Pokemon, but because I have 2 shields, it's not going to be very close. A little bit of lag there, but it's okay. Going for the Ice Beam. This hits for neutral damage, so it will chip away. Takes out like almost half health. I know he's probably going to bait me with Weather Balls, but I just shield anyway because I don't want to get hit by a Hurricane and somehow find a way to lose this one. Since he threw right away, I knew it was just another Weather Ball because that was way too quick to like stack a Weather Ball and a Hurricane. This Ice Beam will probably be enough to KO, and we take the first game in this tournament with a win against Pete. Going into game number 2. I'm not going to be able to show you guys me selecting my teams because I live streamed this tournament, and I wanted to hide my teams when I was selecting them just in case anyone tried to be a little cheeky and tried to see what I was doing. So this is not a good lead against Ludicolo because the Energy Balls are going to really hurt. But I decide I'm just going to stay in this and chip away, I think. Let's see what I decide to do. I get the shield, which is great. That's all I really need. And then I catch a move here with Berserker. This will be resisted. And it's another Energy Ball, so that's a big catch right there. A lot of energy goes to waste. And in comes Stunfisk. So at this point, I charge up to 2 close combats, and I'm going to fire these off back to back. I already have a shield, so at least one of these will land. I get the shield. I know this probably is just a Rock Slide, but my defense has been lowered, and I don't want to risk getting KO'd because I really want to get off this close combat. This will do a ton of damage, and at this point, I'm perfectly fine with letting my Berserker go. Now I can just farm down with either Pokemon. Let's see what I choose. Yeah, I think Azu makes sense because now I have energy loaded. If Ludi comes back, I'll probably fire off the Ice Beam because I have it ready. But it's Bastiodon, and it's a good thing I'm running Hydro Pump. I like a lot of times to run Ice Beam Play Rough, but I was looking at other people's teams before the tournament started, and I thought that Hydro Pump seemed to be more beneficial for most people's teams. Flamethrower is not going to do that much, doesn't get stabbed. Bastiodon is very defense weighted. And in comes Ludi. This is like, I don't know who wins this in even shields, but since I have an energy advantage and a shield advantage, this will be pretty comfortable. A little bit of lag there, unfortunately. Maybe he would have got off a move if it wasn't for the lag, but I don't think it would have mattered. I still had a shield, and he was in Rock Slide range. So it takes a while for Ludi to get to its moves as well. Game 2 victory against Pokepete. We're going straight into the next one. He leads. This is like his signature Pokemon, Alolan Sandshrew. Completely maxed out at like 1310, which is pretty crazy. He says he has a lot of success with it in Great League because it completely destroys Altaria. You can like legit just completely powder snow down in Altaria with Sandshrew and then have a ton of energy loaded for the next Pokemon. This is a pretty solid matchup for Deoxys. The counters are resisted, but both of our charge moves hit for a lot of damage. I go for the baiting opportunity with Rock Slide. I just go straight for another Rock Slide because I know he's going to get to a Weather Ball really soon, and I don't want to have to commit a shield. I get both shields, so this is interesting. Am I going to shield? Nope. I'm just going to let Deoxys go, save a shield. Pelipper gets to these Weather Balls so fast. Berserker comes in. I resist the Weather Ball, and that was really fast, so it's definitely going to be another Weather Ball. Oh, never mind. I was thinking, I'm sorry. I was thinking Ice Weather Ball for some reason, but it's Water Weather Ball, so I do not resist the Weather Ball. My B, he comes in with Berserker, and this is kind of GG's, because this close combat is going to do so much, and very straightforward from here. I can just come in with Machamp. I can completely counter this thing down. This is definitely just a Rock Slide. That was way too fast for an Earthquake. I resist the Rock Slide, and then I have a Rock Slide of my own ready for the Pelipper if it comes in. Immediate Rock Slide on the Pelipper. This will definitely KO. Machamp has such a high attack in the Great League. And in the back is the Sandshrew. That's right. I forgot about the Sandshrew. And this double super effective cross chop is just going to annihilate probably like 3 Sandshrews. But the best bud, Sandshrew, goes down, and we sweep Pokepete in the first round. GG's to Pokepete. Going into round 2 against Cuddy. Okay, he's got an interesting team. This is not a good lead. Oh, I think this is actually a really good game. So in this line, Vigoroth was the worst possible thing I could get. So I decide I'm going to get the shield right away, and I'm going to go straight into my hardest counter. Because I figured he probably would build up some energy to at least bluff the Bulldoze, so I would get to that close combat to get the shield. And he's staying in with Vigoroth for a little bit, which is probably a bit of a mistake. Now Stunfisk comes in, and normal Stunfisk just completely walls Deoxys if you're not running Psycho Boost. Even if you are running Psycho Boost, it's still a pretty tough matchup because you're not going to want to debuff yourself so early. So I barely do anything. He Thunder Shocks me down, but it's not that bad because I have an Obama Snow. And I'm thinking, I know I need to store up energy for that Vigoroth, so I am definitely going to overfarm here. I don't care that I am going to have to eat another charge move maybe. So I'm actually going to undercharge this. So I know he's going to get to a move because I undercharged it, but I don't care. I want energy stored. Now I can Powder Snow down. I have a little bit more than a Weather Ball. I wasn't sure if I quite got to the Energy Ball. Yeah, I was 1 away from the Energy Ball. I have 2 Weather Balls, though. Get the shield there, and I know I can get to this Energy Ball, and I just barely get to it, so this is huge. Now I get rid of the Vigoroth, which was a really hard counter for this team. I switch out, and it's a Drifbloom, and this is perfect. I can just go straight Foul Play against this Drifbloom, and I have 2 shields. So even though these Icy Winds will debuff me, it doesn't matter too much. These Foul Plays are still really going to hurt the Drifbloom. And I was pleased with my performance in this game because Vigoroth really hard countered 2 of our Pokemon, and we were still able to come away with the win in that game number 1. So that was huge. Game number 2, I lead Berserker again, and it's Stunfisk, so another bad lead. What do I decide to do here? I switch into Azu, so I switch into my soft counter, and I think I catch a Mud Bomb here. Oh no, he didn't fall for it, so that was a discharge. He comes in with Hypno, interesting. I know I survive this even if it's a Thunder Punch, so I don't shield. It is a Thunder Punch. I'm just going to go straight for the Hydro because I'm just going to get Confusion down, and I know I only get to 1 move anyway. So might as well go for the hard-hitting one. Unfortunately, he shields. But we have a very solid answer in our Berserker. This Foul Play will do a ton of damage. I think I risk no shielding here. And I'm just going to commit. It's a Fire Punch, so that's really going to hurt. But I'm just going to commit to Shadow Clawing down. And I can, and I have a close combat ready. That's huge. I expect Stunfisk to come back in. So I'm definitely just going to throw this close combat and dip, put some shield pressure on. And hopefully my Abomasnow can take what's in back, and it's a Poliwrath. So this is not great normally because we have to watch out for the Dynamic Punch, but because we have a shield advantage, we're in a pretty safe spot. This seemed really fast to me. But I I knew it was an Ice Punch, but I still shielded anyway. Which was kind of frustrating. And he goes for another one. So at this point, I'm thinking this is like kind of weird. Maybe he's running like Ice Punch, Hydro Pump or something. I have no idea. But this Energy Ball one-shots the Poliwrath. And this is signed, sealed, and delivered, you could say. Nothing Stunfisk can throw at me will do very much damage, and I get to these Weather Balls very fast, so I can safely just get to this Weather Ball and take out the Stunfisk. GG's, Abomasnow, my 6th round pick, sweeping the back of the team. We're heading into Game 3 against Cuddy, and we get the best lead we could ask for. Abomasnow against Stunfisk. Hypno comes in. We don't really have a solid answer for Hypno, so I actually decide to throw this Weather Ball first, or Energy Ball, excuse me, to at least grab a shield. He revealed already that he has Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, so we don't have to worry about any charge moves, and we're going to resist the confusions. Yeah, let's see how little these punches do to Deoxys. Deoxys is so tanky. Can take these non-stab elemental punches, no problem. Rock Slide is more energy efficient than Thunderbolt, so I'm just going to go for this Rock Slide. Chip away. The next one plus the counters might be enough. Probably just barely not enough, but again, I know I can survive a punch, so I don't bother shielding. I'm charging up a little bit extra because these confusions don't do very much to me. I have a little bit of energy to work with, so maybe I can get off a move without being farmed down first. It's a Stunfisk. I don't get off a move, unfortunately, but doesn't matter. He farmed me down because Abomasnow can eat all these moves. They will chip away, though. In comes Vigoroth, and we have Azu. This is actually a very even matchup, but since we have a shield advantage, we should be fine. We outpaced the Vigoroth. I'm just going to go straight Ice Beam since he still has a shield. Not even going to bother building up to the Hydro. Because now, since I got the shield anyway, I can just safely Hydro Pump him here. I think saving a shield for Abomasnow is probably the smartest option. Vigoroth is just so spammy with these body slams. Gets them so quickly. We're going to shield, I guess. Yeah, and this will force... This Hydro Pump will KO, and this will force the Stunfisk to use its energy to take us out. Oh, our switch clock is up, so that makes sense. We can take one Discharge or Mud Bomb, doesn't matter. Oh, and I'm just going to go for the hard-hitting Energy Ball, I guess. Because this Weather Ball probably wouldn't have KO'd. So I just go for the Energy Ball, and I sweep that round against Cuddy. GG's to Cuddy. So we're on a 6-0 run right now in this tournament. Not only did we win the first 2 rounds, but we swept the first 2 rounds. 6-0. Game 3. Okay, Azu versus Jumpluff against Battle Courier. This team was very worrisome to me because it was very hard countery. I am going to stay in this, and I'm going to go for the Ice Beam because I know I'll get a shield or it'll do a lot. I tried to switch, but it was a CMP tie. I don't shield, which is probably a mistake because you see how much that energy ball does. I tried to switch again, but it rejects the switch. It's an aerial ace, so I call the bluff, which is great. And I get off this Ice Beam, which is amazing because now I might get both shields. Oh no, I don't get it. And he farms me down, which is not ideal. I come in with Berserker because I know I resist every move coming from this jump bluff. These energy balls still hurt though. I farm down and I have a shield advantage, so I'm not in a terrible situation. He comes in with Lantern. So I'm gonna farm up to 2. I go for Foul Play, kind of interesting, I guess. And now I'm gonna go for the Close Combat and dip. Not sure exactly why I did that. Then I switch into Deoxys to catch this Thunderbolt. Chunks away. He lets me counter down Lantern, which is probably a slight mistake. In comes Pincer. Okay, so these Fury Cutters do a ton. It's a Shadow Pincer too, but he doesn't shield the Rock Slide, so interesting play. I still had 2 shields, so it probably wouldn't have mattered. But I think if he shielded the Rock Slide, he could have like farmed down, bait X's or double close combat or something. He might have still had some play. I don't know. Deoxys versus Lantern, quite the neutral matchup. We can just go straight Rock Slides here. Oh, he hits me with the Hydro. Definitely should have shielded a Hydro. You see how much it did. And these Rock Slides don't do very much. The Lantern's quite tanky, and these Rock Slides don't get stabbed, of course. So at this point, this is not a winning matchup since he landed the Hydro Pump. So I think I'm just probably going to let my Deoxys go. Okay, no. I guess I think my counters are going to do more than the Sparks. So I shield and counter down. I guess that makes sense. Now I take Switch Advantage. And Switch Advantage I knew was going to be really important in this game. He comes in with Mawile. I can go for this Thunderbolt. This will hit for some heavy neutral damage. And what do I have in the back? I have an Azu, which hard counters this Mawile pretty well. I do have to watch out for like an Iron Head or a Play Rough, but I don't want to commit my second shield. Still doesn't do that much. He comes in with Marowak. I thought maybe he'd think he would catch an Ice Beam here, so I just went for the Hydro, and boom, I land the Hydro. That's a nice strategy, guys, that you can use to improve your gameplay. And at this point, he knew it was over, so he just stops attacking. But if you're expecting they make a sack, like they're making a sack swap, if you can react quick enough, they might think that they're catching a move that you would use on the other Pokemon, when in reality, you're actually going for the hard-hitting move. You can use that to your advantage. That's something I've been able to do quite a bit. I gotta get out of there. He switches into the Mawile, double super effective Fire Fangs against the Abomasnow. So we had that favorable lead against the Togekiss. I'm gonna go straight for the Hydro here. Do I land it? I don't. He correctly shields this time. But I'm still probably gonna commit no shields here, because I'm gonna outpace this Mawile. This is just a power-up punch, right? Oh no, it's another Iron Head. Wow, okay. I underestimate Fire Fang and its slow energy generation. I get off the Ice Beam, so at least I leave this with a shield advantage. Then I can just counter down with Deoxys. Don't even have to use a shield. In comes the Togekiss. I go for the hard-hitting Thunderbolt, which is an interesting play. Both of them are super effective. And I insta-swap into Abomasnow, and this Weather Ball is going to do a lot of damage to Togekiss. A little bit of lag here. Boom. Takes out Togekiss. Now Jump Bluff comes in. And Jump Bluff, yeah, double super effective. Weather Ball is like not even a powerful move. And poor Battle Courier was probably frustrated. Knew the game was over. And I take him out. We're going up in the championship against Hot Pocket. The final round. This is really exciting. Hot Pocket, as you can see, is an elite trainer. He's a super, super good player. One sec, I need to resize something. It's kind of blocking my view. Apologies for this quick delay. Battle's still going on and I'm not commentating over it. So I already shielded the return, right? And I let that one go through because I know I will survive a return. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back in business. In comes Reggie. Reggie can't lock on me down, I don't think. It'll be close. Yes, just barely get to the Hydro. That's absolutely huge. Because now I either get a shield or do a ton of damage there. Hydro Pump takes out like about half health. There's an obvious choice here. But the thing is, my Machamp cannot really eat a charge move from this Reggie. I get the last shield. I kind of have to shield this. This Reggie has a ton of energy. I'm getting ready to swap. And he swaps, which is really interesting. So now this is, yeah, this game is absolutely crazy now that I remember it. We're in this really weird mirror match. Umbreon kind of just out tanks. Obama Snow. I go for Weather Ball. And you see like how little it does because Umbreon's such a tank. And I'm not sure like what's the best play here because I know Weather Ball is more efficient than Energy Ball, which is kind of funny. Like Energy Ball is less efficient than Weather Ball. That kind of doesn't make sense. But I go for one here. I go for the harder hitting Energy Ball. And I actually... Okay, I take out the Umbreon with this Weather Ball. And I overfarmed. I switch into Machamp. I get one counter. The Registeel's going to take out my Machamp. And I have to Powder Snow it down. And I get to the Weather Ball. Just barely with like 1 HP. You see how little HP Obama Snow had. Probably more than 1. Probably like 4 or 5 or something. But crazy finish to that game 1. Now we're 1 game away from winning the championship. We're on a 10-0 winning streak in this tournament. Here's a Whiscash. So Azu versus Whiscash, this is positive for Azu. It's just kind of an annoying matchup though because Whiscash is just going to spam off Mud Bombs. And I think I might end up losing this matchup because I go straight for this Hydro Pump. And if I remember correctly, he shields it. Yep. So now I'm energy dry and he has a lot of energy. So he's just going to chip away with these Mud Bombs. And I'm pretty much just going to let them all go through. He honestly probably has like 2 Mud Bombs right now and I'm just getting to another move. I decide I'm hoping I survive this and get off the Hydro. But I just barely don't survive it. I think that was like about as close as it could get. I thought I would survive it. I didn't. I go straight for this Cross Chop to force either a shield or just make him let Whiscash go. I don't want to eat a Mud Bomb. In comes Sableye, which is not very good for me. I switch into my Berserker, and he doesn't have a very good response. So I'm just going to build up to 2. Okay, maybe I'm trying to bait a shield with this Foul Play, I guess. But kind of weird, because a Focus Blast would take me out anyway, even if I was not debuffed. I still have 2 shields, might as well use them. Okay, I think I see what I'm doing. So I'm going to build up to a Close Combat and a Foul Play. So this way, if he lets Reggie go, I'll have a Foul Play ready for the Sableye. Yep. Foul Play ready for the Sableye. This will do a lot of damage. Sableye's fairly glassy. I almost have the Rock Slide ready. I have to shield this. Even though it's just a Foul Play, I wasn't sure. I probably definitely would have survived since it's resisted, but I just wanted to be safe. And then the Rock Slide is enough to take out this Purified Sableye. GG's there. So that solidifies the tournament. We won the tournament, but this is for the 12-0 sweep. Doesn't really matter if we go 11-1. That would still be pretty impressive. But we're going for the 12-0 sweep now. Can we get it? Yeah, these are all in a row. I correctly shield the Focus Blast, which is nice. I go one past the double close combat, or maybe that I had to do that for the double close combat. He didn't shield, so I actually commit to yeah, and that's a mistake I make. I think I tapped on the foul play. Let's see if it went through. It didn't go through, luckily. In comes Altaria, and I'm just gonna dump all this energy while I have it to force some shield pressure. Then I switch into Azu. I'm down 2 shields, but I'm like up a Pokemon basically, because my Berserker is still relatively healthy. That was a mistake though. I shouldn't have bothered throwing that energy on Berserker because Ice Beam pretty much one-shots Altaria anyway. So it was kind of a waste of a foul play, to be honest. Should not have thrown that foul play, but let's see how this plays out. Get to another Ice Beam, so I'll either take the last shield or take out Altaria. He lets Altaria go. He's going to farm me down with Sableye. I still have a foul play loaded, though, to keep in mind. So I'm just going to go for this foul play right away. And then let's see. Do I decide to stay in? I switch into Machamp, so he has to use all his energy on a return to take me out. So that makes sense, and now I can beat him to this foul play. So I think a pretty high IQ play there, knowing that he had to go for the hard-hitting return and use all his energy, and he wasn't able to eat a Rock Slide, so we couldn't overfarm much, and I already had 1 Shadow Cover worth of energy. But that's it. That's a 12-0 tournament sweep. Rise to occasion is victorious. If you guys enjoyed this content, I'd really appreciate a like. It took a while to make, a lot more than a normal video for me. So if you want to like and subscribe, share it with your friends, I'd very much appreciate it. And I'll be back with some more GBL content tomorrow. So with that said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.